Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Good Morning Soul, the greatest morning podcast of all time. And today, I, your host Soul, am going to be starting another series, and this series is going to be a look back on my YouTube days, which, if anyone doesn't know this, my roots of YouTube is doing reviews. That is like my bread and butter. Turning on a camera, reviewing films, games, anime slash TV, books, music, and that's what I did for years. I still do this, obviously, and I have a solid 100 reviews. I have done more than that. I've probably done more like somewhere. I've probably done like 150 at this point, maybe upwards towards 200. But like my first 100 were like it was like a concrete series that I was trying to do. You know, all the thumbnails follow a specific format, and it was like once I hit 100, that's when I opened the series and tried to do different things, and that's when I was like no longer. That's when it became something else, and I'll talk about that more as we do these commentaries. But basically, what I wanted to do was do a commentary, very much how like there's like commentary for like DVDs and shit like that, and I wanted to do that for this series. And you might notice that there is no lo-fi hip-hop in the background or anything like that, and that is because I don't want you hearing my voice, hearing the review in the background, and then hearing more background noise. And I know that there's probably background noise in the review itself. I don't want all those things going into your head at once, so I'm just gonna have no music in the background. But I am gonna have the video playing in the background, so this is just like an opener before I start the review, by the way, just to kind of open up this series and let you guys know what I'm doing here. By the way, the first like at least 30 of these, probably more, are gonna be really cringy. It's basically me just learning how I'm doing this. It's all a learning process. So these videos are really bad. And that's part of like the commentary. But I'm chilling. I got a drink. I'm ready to just binge a bunch of old fucking videos I made. And you are free to follow along with me, but I will have the video playing before your eyes, so that will provide some context. But anyway, here we go. My first review, which is a review for the anime film titled Summer Wars, which we are starting. And 3, 2, 1, and I have to press the play button. Here we go. Okay. So, I'm already getting a flood of memories. I had the old copyright thing. This is an old music I had, and I had to pause the video for a second because, okay. I'm listening to these with headphones on, by the way, so hopefully you guys won't hear the headphones in the background, but if you do, I am sorry for that. And my friend Solomon made that intro music, by the way. Very, very proud. Oh, episode 1 in the corner.
From the critically acclaimed director Mamoru Hosoda, who's been behind
I'm hearing my old
epics
voice.
as The Beloved,
This was the
Girl Who Left
first
Through
time
and the universally
I made
praised
any
Wolf
kind of
Children
content like
comes
this.
his
And back
greatest
then,
creation of all
I
time.
really thought like, hey, I'm gonna go
Digimon
all
the
out for
movie.
this video
What?
because I know everyone's first video sucks. And this video is my first video and it sucks. But like, I tried to go all out. I obviously didn't know anything about lighting based upon my boyish note. I don't know why I shaved. Like, I know I grew facial hair back then. I don't know why I didn't grow it out for this video. But yeah, I remember I was, I wanted to do YouTube, and I used to do reviews back on my website. And back then, I would review things religiously. And so I bought Summer Wars on Blu-ray, and I was like, hey, I'm really interested in this. I really want to, get back into reviewing. Goddamn Asians, man. And so I just went with that. I was like, that's going to be my first review. Summer Wars. And right here, that's a blanket behind me, by the way. I was actually able to make it look like a solid background.
Oz is a super
and then these
connected
clips I pulled from
funny
YouTube.
avatars, a giant cat on drugs as the heart of the universe, and fucking whales acting as overlord overseers.
Whales.
Fucking whale
Yep.
overlord overseers.
I got some good jokes out of this actually. Like, that whale overlord overseer thing. I was able to get some friends from my school to watch this video, and they thought that was funny. I was pretty proud of that. And I'm already noticing my voice changing from the scenes that are like clips to like IRL.
You know, that Digimon
Yeah.
movie where Hollywood
And here I am talking about Digimon the movie.
together, dubbed over it, threw in a catchy song here and there,
1 week since you looked at me. Oh god.
and then raked in a pile
Yeah.
of money. Well,
And the way I'm moving around this frame is already annoying me. The way my face is framed, the way the lighting is. I knew nothing about lighting, and I didn't even know how to like put images like next to my head like properly. Like, I didn't know how to like maintain aspect ratio in Sony Vegas yet.
It looks exactly the same.
So like I would try to find images that were like easily scalable. I find I'm not one of those people that are good at listening to things and talking at the same time, because like I know people who do like commentaries and people who do reaction videos, let's plays. They're good at that. I'm not that kind of guy. Like I really like my brain thinks, hey, stop talking when I hear other people talking. But yeah, and if you don't know, Summer Wars, like if you aren't watching the review, it's by the same guy who did like The Boy and the Beast, Wolf Children, a lot of amazing films. It's a really amazing film, and just look at some of these character designs. That grandma, she's fucking great. I love, and that distant relative, I forgot about him. Yeah, I haven't watched this film since I did my review, by the way. And that was years ago, so I haven't seen Summer Wars since then. And I know I gave it like a 4 out of 5, which is an equivalent to an 8 out of 10. So I know, like, once I have my video done, like, I don't ever need to review it again. But there is that kind of like small little part of my heart that says, oh man, I want to watch that movie again. But a part of me that says, hey, there's so much other shit out there. And yeah, I really hate my haircut at this point in time, by the way. I think I tried to dress up a little bit too. I don't know what I'm wearing at that point. It's like a button-up shirt with a hood thing. I still have that actually. I still have that shirt. I remember I wore it for like a date one time. That's funny. Love Machine. Oh yeah. See, like I was still like nowadays, like I don't have the time to really write out the reviews because I'm working on other projects. My reviews are kind of like background now, and I'm able to kind of get a good review based on my performance alone. But back then I was really writing these out and trying to fine-tooth them. And that's what my best content is, like the fine-tooth stuff. Like right now I'm doing that for like Creator on the Rise and a bunch of other stuff. But I've learned over time, like as good as I think I am starting to get at these podcasts, like my written content is the best content. Like even though here, like obviously my best content like is a mixture between performance and written. And right here in this video, I don't have the performance ability. I'm just talking about this in a very monotone voice without any facial reactions. And that's just me like not knowing how to do koi. That's just me not knowing how to adapt to a camera despite my script forcing me to. And this is how I used to do the scoreboard, where I'd have like an anime background or a background of the show or whatever, and then have the poster, the badge. Like it actually looks pretty good. And then we have the outro, and after this we'll have the spoiler section, which is how I used to do the videos. And right there's only one link. There's only one link because there's only one thing I reviewed at that point in time. That's great. But yeah, before back then I was really into like doing spoiler talks because I thought like, hey, that's how everyone should do it, but I didn't want to create separate videos. some people gave me that criticism, or like that advice, I should say, that I should have separate videos, kind of like Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman do. But I don't want to do that because I don't want to clutter up and create all these things. And Chris Stuckman and them, they only make spoiler talks for the videos that get millions of views. It's complete pandering. Like, I wanted to be able to talk about spoilers with everything. And I did end up just making separate videos, and I just uploaded the spoiler talks to my second channel, and then I just linked them to the reviews themselves. It worked. But it did clog up my second channel, which, you know, I didn't care at the time. I obviously do now because that's this channel. And there's a bunch of bullshit on there. And here I am in completely different lighting with my shitty necklace. Yeah, I'm a complete different person in this video. And there I am talking with... Don't move the fucking microphone around. Oh my god. And the spoiler talks were all, you know, those weren't scripted. Those are supposed to be the, like, real heart-to-heart, like, just have a conversation with me section. Like, obviously I'm not on the set anymore. I'm just on a couch talking. But obviously at this point in time, this is my first video. I don't have the performance for that, but I am trying. I will give myself that. I was trying pretty goddamn hard for this first video.
As much as I love the grandmother, though, my favorite character easily
King Kazuma, that's that guy. Yeah, my favorite character. Who I tried, I think he's the, yeah, he's in the thumbnail. He's, I love the design on that guy. He's really good. And, I love how all these movies by Mamoru Hosoda, like, will have, like, not only, like, this concept of diving into the internet, but also this weird idea where like, there will be a nuke involved for whatever reason. Like, this and the Digimon movie both had nukes. I don't know if any of his other content does that, but it's such a weird comparison. It's weird how directors will make, like, different projects around the same ideas. Like, they'll just get really fascinated with the same idea. You could argue they're still friends. My voice sounds like I'm like an ASMR talker with how soft and like unspoken I am. But like I'm obviously like forcing the words out of me, so it's like, yeah. Like just talk with a little bit of excitement, dude, and just try to get in there and try to put some emotion into what you're talking about. But you know, obviously at this point I had nothing, I hadn't built anything. So at that point in time it's like, what am I? Who do I act like? So I can understand, like, it's such a hard thing when you first turn on a video, and I've turned on cameras to people who like normally are like really good speakers. Some of them adapt to it well, some of them are really awkward. Like, even though they'll record like on Snapchat all the time, it's like once you got like a camera, it's really weird. Oh, my Blu-ray that I used to have. Oh, it's so sexy. The slipcover. When I was a collector, this is the type of shit that I loved. Yeah, and this was another point I made. Once I did these reviews, I did not want to see this fucking whatever I was reviewing ever again. Because I would be editing for hours, so you're just looking at the same images and the same color design and the same, like, graphics or whatever it is for hours. Right after you finished watching or playing that for hours and the video's over. But, yeah. But anyway, that was my commentary for my first ever review. It was cringy. My voice was just, it sounded like I might as well be choking up. It was not a good review, but at the time, you know, it was what it was. And there's only 32 people, according to the view count, who have seen this, so it's not like I'm exposed or anything. I know making this commentary won't fucking help, but, you know, this was me learning. This was a learning period. You know, even at the time, I was just trying to get my feet wet any way I could. In all honesty, my second review is much worse than this one, but we'll talk about that in the next review commentary. And until then, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. And I'm stalling because my screen on my computer just went black because I've been recording for so long. And again, thank you guys for watching and listening. I'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Good Morning Soul. And with that, I leave you.